The number on the left is a gauge of how much mileage you have left in the battery. Presently it shows 49 miles. Starts out around, depending on whether you charge it to 80% or 100%, around 100 miles or 80 miles. And then it drops as you drive based on how you drive, the outside temperature, how much of the accessories you use, so forth. The center shows how long it takes to charge using 220 volts or 110 volts from the present charge of the battery. The left-hand side shows the temperature of the battery, the liquid that cools and heats the battery. It's automatic temperature control for the battery. The top of the gauge indicates either going to the right from the center light, your acceleration, how much torque you're using. The other way to the left shows the regenerative braking. The top panel on the left is an indication of how you're driving, whether you're being economical or not. Of course, that's miles per hour and then time and outside temperature. This center panel is radio, GPS, climate control, and you can change to one or the other. It's automatic climate control. Also has a CD player and other accessories. Has a USB input and a mini RCA mini jack input. This is your control for your transmission. You only have park, reverse, and two drives. You have a regular drive, which is pretty spunky, and then you have a economy drive, which limits your torque such that you get the most mileage out of it. You have an electronic parking brake, and when you go into reverse, the rear view camera comes on. You ready to drive?
Yeah. Show the navigation.
Navigation? You mean? You have, that shows from where I'm at, 49-mile range. Of course, that's one way, so you'd want to half that if you're coming back to this location. And that is real time based on how many miles you have left. Of course, you have just a regular GPS. This can be changed to reflect different things as you all kind of changes you can make to it based on your personal preference.
Okay, let's go for a ride.
Someone's behind me. The backup camera is supposed to be a good indication with the boxes of where you're going, and has electronic steering, so it's very easy to steer. It makes very little noise, except at low mile per hour. It generates some noise to alert people at stoplights and traffic lights that you're there. everything's automatic except you do not have automatic seats. That's the only thing that is not automatic, or power seats. When I started out this morning, I had about 86 miles. I've driven quite a ways, so it's down to 46. If you notice, when I brake, the lights light up as it's regenerating, and then as I accelerate, the lights will light up to the right depending on how much torque I use. Have all kind of preferences on what you can try to find nearby charging stations. Most of them are so new they're not in the system yet, but once they get in the system, you can look up a charging location that's close to you if you need a public charge, and go to that station using the GPS. Get all kind of energy information based on how you're driving and different things. The car wings, like I said, is kind of like well, I'm sure it uses a cellular network, and you can use it to log in and to control your climate control remotely, and also the charging function remotely. It has an automatic climate control. Cruise control. It has some functions over here on the left side of the steering wheel. This is cruise control over here, I believe. Has Bluetooth capability, and part of that's over here. Lots of controls, lots of different things you can do. The more you drive economically, it builds a little tree on the left-hand side of the upper dashboard. When you go into economical mode, you can go in at any time or come out at any time. It limits your torque, makes it a little more sluggish, but it gives you a longer range. Normally you can see when you go into it, your mileage will pick up, but it also limits how you can torque or how you can accelerate. It's a little more sluggish, but it's useful if you're going long distances. Like when I kick out of it, you can feel the acceleration. While you're in it, if you mash the gas real hard, it will accelerate like it normally would. It knows that you need the extra torque. Accident here.